So today's going to be a really quick video because I'm going to go see Dudamel at the symphony in a few hours. I have to do a lot of homework to do, and I just have a lot of stuff to do in general. So I'm trying to do it all in one take and talk pretty fast, and I'm going to just drop the intro in the beginning, so please forgive me. I promise not to cut videos anymore. I kind of took notes, I didn't take that many, so here goes. Never mind about the one shot, I ended up stopping. So this episode was completely hilarious. I loved the beginning with the Rory with his shirt, you know, the Amy and him shirt with the heart. That was adorable. And the doctor, I knew he was going to jump out of the cake. I saw the cake and I was like, not a stripper in that cake. It's a girl. And the doctor was so completely doctorish, where he was like, your wife, fiance, tried to kiss me, and just completely honest. Like, you know how something sounds better in your head? Yeah. It was so bad for Rory. It was heartbreaking, some of Rory's expressions in that episode. The actor, what's his name? He was really good at that, you know, when he found out that Amy kissed the doctor and when she didn't, like, say anything about it. And I felt heartbroken. I was really hating Amy at that episode, how she was treating Rory. But then that kiss after he fought off the vampire, that was really sweet. You know, you could see that she really does care about him, but it brings up a lot of those psychological issues that Amy has, you know, her abandonment issues, and that thing where she's known the doctor all her life, and he's always kind of been like her prince, like her, you know, her shining prince, her knight in armor. So she loves Rory and she's engaged to him, but she also she has this connection to the doctor. Except I just don't think her and the doctor go together romantically. And the psychic paper, I was really excited to see the psychic paper and the Sonic used much more. The psychic paper was first used, and it was kind of confusing how Amy. Wait, was that the no? That wasn't the psychic paper source. It was used in the Beast Below, but it seemed kind of strange because they used it a lot more in the old show, or previous seasons, not the old show. They never. I didn't really think they explained the paper before, and there was a lot of new viewers, so that was kind of confusing. Amy, she bothers me more than how when Rose treated Mickey. I thought at least Rose was like, you know, that she knew. She was off with the doctor, but she knew Mickey was her boyfriend. Like, she knew that, and it seems like Amy doesn't really know. She's just kind of, but that's also because she's a kissogram, so, you know, all depends. That just kind of bothered me, but again, it was really sweet at the end because she loved him. The Sonic, it made me happy that Sonic was used how the Sonic is usually used, because before it was just kind of, you know, it was just kind of there, and he was waving around, but now he used it how the Sonic and had the noise. And it's one, I loved that. I didn't even watch the old show, I just loved that he, like, held it the second with that. And the sudden closest, I feel like Amy and the doctor's relationship is strange, because I know they have that build-up because she knew him as Amelia, but I feel like by this point in the season, with the other companions, the doctor and the companion had a much tighter bond. Like, you felt a closer bond with them. Like, Amy right now, I know the doctor would be really upset if, say, she died or something, but it doesn't seem like there's really a reason to be. It seems like they haven't had this closest, even though she's known him since she was a little girl. But it's different because I know with Rose was different because they really stressed it, but with Martha and Donna, it felt like they were much closer. The doctor and the companion were much closer by episode 6 in the season. It didn't seem like there was much build-up because when they ran together and talking real fast, it seems like they hadn't done that before. You didn't see that progressing. It was just kind of there. I don't know, maybe when the novels come out and we read the novels and have those kinds of things. Oh, I'm jingling. It'll, you know, make sense. Amy, more notes of Amy bothering me. That was probably one of my favorite scenes was when the doctor and Rory in, like, the cellar, and Rory pulls out the little flashlight, and the doctor pulls out, like, the random thing out of his coat, bigger on the inside, and he's like, yours is bigger than, and it's like, let's not go there. That, I was laughing at that. I was tormenting Livia on Twitter with that about our term papers. I was like, mine is bigger than yours. I was really happy at the end when the doctor really put his foot down with Amy, where he was like, Amy Pond, I don't remember the line, but he was like, exact line, but he said, Amy Pond, you will listen to me. I am telling you to go back to the TARDIS right now. I felt it just felt right that he was putting his foot down, because he'd kind of been putting up with Amy doing a lot of things she wasn't supposed to. I mean, I know all the companions do things they're not supposed to, but Amy was really just kind of like ignoring him blatantly, and it felt really right that he just, at this really crucial moment, he just, you know, Amy, shut up, you have to go back to the TARDIS. That seemed good to me that he did that. And their relationship, to me, even though she, you know, made out with him, seems much more father-daughter than any other relationships before. It seemed really father-daughter. Yeah, it seems like he's much more her fatherly figure than that, and it's just kind of weird that they're. I don't really have any other notes for that. I'm just thinking that I liked the episode a lot more than I expected, but I didn't think I was gonna like the episode that much. It seemed kind of that, but I really liked it. I have my family. We have really close ties to Italy, even though we're not Italian. My dad used to live there, so I like that it was in Venice because Venice is one of my favorite places ever in the world. I want them to do a Machu Picchu episode now. It'll fit. And it was great. I love the costumes and the art direction this season. I probably already mentioned it, and I love that costume. I hope someone makes that dress at Gallifrey. The person who went as the Queen Elizabeth from the end of the Shakespeare Code, it would be amazing if she made that dress again, that dress that the main lady had, because that was beautiful. I was like, oh my god. I might make one of the vampire girl dresses as my Gallifrey costume next year. My Gallifrey replica, because I'm doing the Femulum, but I want to do a Gallifrey replica. And so I'm talking a lot today. This is a good kind of video. I was a Femi 9 for superhero day at school. It was very fun. No one really got what it was, and it was kind of uncomfortable to be in a shorter skirt than I usually wear, and Chittle made me feel wonderfully slutty about that, even though it wasn't really that short. It wasn't like Amy short, really. But yeah, so I was Femi 9, and that was exciting. And then we have pink hearts because we're protesting teachers, and my Sharpie is wearing off, but I wrote 11 as my doctor on mine because I had to customize it like that. And I saw the person in my school today who has a Dr. Who, and I wanted to like give her a high five, and I did that before, but she thought it was just kind of weird, even though we had a lot of mutual friends and we've talked together. Blah. It's hard to talk like this. Bones is really good, even though I know you guys don't watch Bones. Blah. I ship Martha now. I started watching Merlin. I've almost done season 2. Oh my gosh. Shout out, does that work? To my friend Sydney, because she already watched the first 2 seasons in like in less than 2 days, and I was like, I'm gonna kill you, but I've been busy. I went to the comic store and I got lots of comics. I've been really into that now. I've been going like weekly on the way back from my writing. I got Sugar Shock and I got Dr. Horrible just like 15 minutes ago, but I don't know. Does anyone know if that's a one shot? Because I'm not really sure if that's a one shot or not, because it says one shot on the Dark Horse website, but then this is number 1. But then the guy said that another one was coming out. So are they doing like one shot short story comics? I don't know. I asked Felicia today, but I don't think I'm gonna get a response to that. This is freaking me out. I'm not gonna do Shipper's Corner because I'm trying to get into the fast video. But Shipper's Corner, and I'm gonna put a link to a video and a fic down there. Maybe put a video behind me for the rest of the video. But I'm doing a fic. Yeah, sorry about that. Dad came in to tell me to do my homework. He thinks I'm on the phone. I'm just telling him I'm talking to myself. Yeah, so I'm really off now. I have lots of exciting stuff. I'm gonna for my school dance, because we have an 8th grade dance, because we don't really have school anymore. We have like PowerPoint presentations, and we have field trips pretty much for the next 2-3 weeks. We have graduation rehearsals, blah, blah, blah. So we have to wear dresses, and naturally, being girls, we have to have a separate dress for the dance and a separate dress for the graduation. So I got my graduation dress, and it looks like a TARDIS. It's pretty exciting. I'm gonna go get it right now. Yeah, so it's TARDIS blue, if you can't tell. It's kind of the color of David Tennant's TARDIS. And my dad and I were at the checkout counter, and we were like, hey, it really looks like a TARDIS at the same time. Like, it doesn't really, but it kind of has that TARDIS-y feel, and we like that I subconsciously picked a dress that looks like a TARDIS. Geronimo!